YouTube, what up? It's your boy KT, man, and we back at it with another fight breakdown, man. Today we got Andre Ward versus Kovalev 2, man. We watched the first one, and I thought Andre Ward won that fight. Like, I gave it Andre Ward 8-4, but I know for a doubt Andre Ward won. It was like, if I could explain that fight, it's like a basketball game. Let's say Andre Ward, he doing the fundamentals, pick and roll, pick and pop, mid-range, layups, off the screen, layups, very fundamental style of basketball, Tim Duncan. But Kovalev come down and I'd be like, every 3 or 4 possessions, Kovalev come down with a slam dunk. Wham! But Andre, after he slammed dunk, Andre Ward come back with fundamentals, layups, every possession he get a layup, every possession he get a mid-range. But every 3 or 4 possessions, Kovalev come down with that dunk. Wham! So you feel me? That's how I explain this fight. So which would you rather have? Layups and middies every possession, or a big, fantastic, eye-catching, jaw-dropping slam dunk every 3 or 4 possessions? Who still wins? Exactly. So yeah, man, that's how I broke it down. So we finna tune in to fight number 2 and see how this go. Get your popcorn, get your chips, get your drinks, get your soda, get your oatmeal, get your eggs, and let's get into it.
Obey my commands at all times. Above all, protect yourselves at all times. Let's go.
The first fight was a classic, epic in its way. 2 of the best fighters in boxing, squaring off in their primes, constant shifts in momentum. Matching these 2
rounds. Fighters going forward. Who can get the start he wants?
Body shot by Kovalev.
Landed punch.
Right away, he started with a body attack. That was a good sign. Let's see what Dre answers with.
That's almost like a signal to Andre. It's going to be a. I'm hitting you to the body with my first punch.
Because of Kovalev's power, especially early, as shown in the first fight, it's extremely dramatic here early.
Ward momentarily losing his balance against the ropes. Kovalev took advantage of that to land another body.
Stop. I got you. Let him go.
First wrestling match of the evening, and Tony Weeks breaks it up in a hurry.
Body shot by Kovalev. Kovalev like 2 minutes in the last
Stop. Let him go. Let him up. Watch the back of the head. There you go.
As well-rounded as we've mentioned that Ward's boxing skills are, the difference here is that Ward has to have real concern about Kovalev's power. Kovalev claims he never really felt Ward's.
Yeah, he says that, but hard for me to believe that you don't feel Ward's power after a 12-round fight. Let him go.
But with Ward, it's an accumulation of body shots, and Kovalev can do it with any one punch.
Well, that comment, I didn't feel his power, is always relative, not absolute. If he had no power at all, Kovalev would be going right at him with impunity. That doesn't happen because obviously Ward can punch. Good left up. Andre Ward gets him started. Still a minute to go in the first round.
Good job.
Good body shot by Ward. Starting to even things up slightly after Kovalev had the early edge. Now there's the third wrestling match of the evening, and during it, Ward lands a shot to the side of Kovalev's head. Good straight right hand by Andre Ward. Shot Kovalev. Wasn't the punch he was looking for.
Nope, and that's what Andre has to do. He has to hit him hard early to get some respect from Kovalev. No. Go ahead.
Ward wants to get inside of Kovalev's power, but the danger zone is on the way in. You have to negotiate that carefully.
pretty even round. If I had to score it, I'd probably give it to Ward. But at the end of the day, pretty hard to choose, and that's been typical of what we've seen from the two of them. Dave Chappelle ringside. Don't know if he's scoring the fight.
My nigga Dave, hey, shout out my nigga Dave Chappelle, man. My favorite comedian, man. Shout out to Dave Chappelle, bro.
But he's seen enough of them to know.
Like it is right now, okay? He's getting frustrated already. He didn't know you was gonna start popping on him like that. I told you.
Quick top 5 comedians all time. Number 1, Dave Chappelle. Number 2, I'm gonna have to say number 2, Kevin Hart. Number 3, Eddie Murphy. Number 4, these guys not really comedians, but I like Marlon Wayans. He funny. Number 5, he kind of like that little actor / comedian role. I can't think of one right now.
You set the tone. Keep using that quickness. Feeling good, huh? Now, every time you're on the inside, he's grabbing you. Make sure you bring your feet with you while you're moving, okay? Don't brace. And look to make a quick turn and get something off, okay? All right. Good job. Good job. Breathe deep. Good job. Keep putting those speed on you. Good job, baby.
Andre Ward's family, wife Tiffany, and 2 of the Ward children. Of which there are 4.
Virgil Hunter seemed pleased with that first round. It was, as most of the rounds between these two guys are, close.
Yeah, but the reason he was pleased with the round, Max, was because Ward did land a big straight right hand to get that respect from Kvalev. So now Kvalev can't just come in and overwhelmingly dominate the first half of the fight like he did last time.
And by the way, you may have noticed Harold Letterman, our unofficial ringside scorer, scored the round for Kvalev.
Could see the case either way. Kvalev also did some good things. The right hands to the body. He neglected the body in their first fight.
Counter right hand by Kvalev. It was a counter right hand by...
Things. The right hands to the body. He neglected the body in their first fight.
Counter right hand by Kvalev. It was a counter right hand by Kvalev in the second round of the first fight that knocked Ward down.
And what I am noticing
that right hand by
did the body in their first fight.
Counter right hand by Kvalev. It was a counter right hand by Kvalev in the second round of the first fight that knocked Ward down.
And what I am noticing about Kvalev, Jim, is that Kvalev does not show a really good left hook here early.
Meaning?
He has a straight right and a jab, but he doesn't have a left hook. A left hook is very devastating in a big fight like this. If you don't have a left hook and you only have a right hand, it's going to be very difficult for you to beat a guy like Andre Ward.
He acknowledged he didn't land enough left hooks in the last fight.
And he's not landing enough or even throwing enough here tonight.
Is Andre doing something to take that left hook away from him, Roy?
No, he just doesn't have one. If you look at it, he just doesn't throw it. He throws a strong right, left jab, or a strong right hand, but no left hook. Only to the body, maybe. And Andre also, he throws right hand and a left hook.
Andre is fast, but not like he was in his mid-20s. He's not a huge puncher. He lands and avoids his punches with exquisite timing and overall.
See right there when he punched himself, Kvalev did, that's where a hook is very, very imperative. You need to have one right there because you can throw it and it keeps you from overshooting your target.
Well, we probably watch some Roy Jones next fight, but I don't know who win in this round so far.
Andre has a hook. Like when they get close, Andre throws a hook.
Kvalev doesn't ask for a left hook from Ward there.
I watch a lot of Andre Ward because my coach watching because we both got short arms.
Jab, short with the right hand to the body, jab upstairs again.
Kvalev really out jabbing Ward here.
Stop.
Give it up. Let me know when you're ready. Stay.
And now a low blow.
Just keep him up.
Kvalev gets a moment to breathe.
It was accident.
Leach tells Ward to keep them up.
You ready?
Jab score points.
Time, let's go.
That's one of the reasons a lot of people felt that Kvalev had won the first fight.
And when the puncher is out jabbing the boxer, usually that's bad news for the boxer. But again, Ward is a very well-rounded fighter, a resourceful fighter.
Kovalev has a very good.
Hello. Yeah. Back, y'all. I had a little brief commercial break.
Jab, and he is
a
good fighter, a resourceful fighter.
Kovalev has a very good jab, and he is winning the second round with it up to this point.
Fighter.
Kovalev has a very good jab, and he is winning the second round with it up to this point.
That was a good body shot by Ward.
Two of them. Kovalev countered well upstairs. And again,
a left and a right by Kovalev. Ward comes back with an uppercut inside. More jabs from Kovalev. Trying to pile up points with the jab.
Once again, these two contesting this contest on a very high level for light heavyweights.
It looked like jabs. Might have been the deciding factor in round two.
Okay, he's trying to pot shot you. He's trying to with that left hook from not far out. Every time you get a chance, shoot down to the body, that right hand to the body. When he gets close, if you can touch it up, don't grab him. If you can't, just block and fire that shot and work on.
PC in close, Kovalev blocking, but Andre comes with a shot that was a little bit under the belt line, which he called low. This was a good call. Here, Kovalev throws a right hook followed by a left jab. But you see, a left hook would have been much more effective right there, Jim. That's why I say he doesn't use the left hook. A left hook would have been a much more effective shot right there instead of the jab.
But with the focus on the jab, Kovalev was given credit by CompuBox for landing 12 jabs in that round. Mikhail Kessler once landed 13 jabs on Andre Ward in one round, and that's the most jabs ever landed on him in 3 minutes.
Ward also may have negated the good work from the jab, at least on the cards by Kovalev, that good body work late in the round, but these are close, competitive rounds.
Kovalev just missed with the right hand that might have done some real damage.
And what he has to watch tonight is Andre has already showed him that he has a really good sneaky right hand with a lot of power on it. So now he has Kovalev second guessing coming in on him so much. Just missed him with it right there again.
They both missed upstairs.
Now Kovalev throws a left hook. Finally. Good left hook by Ward. Ward gets in first. Kovalev trying to get across the top with the right hand.
The question is, because Kovalev has
trying to get across the top with the right hand.
Question is, because Kovalev has a reputation of a puncher, well earned, and because he knocked down Ward in their first fight, when they have even exchanges, are the judges giving Kovalev more credit because he's perceived as the heavier puncher?
And Ward doing much better at the earlier part of this fight than he did the last time.
Well, he's avoided the knockdown.
And he's banging Kovalev with some really big shots inside. He didn't start this to round 5 last fight.
Yeah, Andre Ward doing good, man.
Stop. Nobody punch. Stop. I got you. Kovalev keeps pursuing, firing the jab from time to time, but it's abundantly clear. Firing the jab from time to time, but it's abundantly clear. He doesn't let his hands go with the same freedom and absence of fear that he does against lesser opponents than Andre Ward.
Both of y'all, let's go.
Tony Weeks telling them both not to hold behind the head.
Andre looking much stronger than he did the first fight. Much stronger.
And this is early still before, we saw Kovalev go to the body in the first round, but Ward has since gone there more consistently. And those body shots generally add up. And in the first fight, gave Ward an edge in the second half of the fight.
Because it's a natural reaction for Ward to go to the body. It's something new for Kovalev.
Once again, CompuBox to this point finds Kovalev landing and throwing more. A lot of the margin is jabs. power punches. Ward is right there with him. So it's similar in that regard to the first fight.
Nothing special this one, Ward. I get the one on the wall. He won like the fundamentals.
Saw the Ward family. He misses with the right hand. Left hands the left hook. Good solid shot to end the round by Sergey Kovalev.
He respecting you now, round after round. Breathe deep, feeling great, huh? Breathe deep for me. Keep it going. All you got to do now is don't stand in front, right? When he charges, you keep that step over on him, okay? You're doing what you're supposed to do on the inside. If you're going to do that, you do it to that body.
December 29, Boxing's Best of 2017 wraps up with the heavyweight fight of the year.
He's trying to walk him into it.
See, Andre land a jab. Kovalev land a right hand. Andre come back. Or Kovalev land another jab. Then Andre comes back and answers with a jab. So they both do so much and land so much equally that it's hard to say who's winning.
That exchange was won by a slight margin by Kovalev, but there are exchanges just like that Ward wins by a slight margin.
Nadia Kovalev and their son Alexander there at ringside as round number 4 begins. Let's go to our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman. Harold, how did you score the first 3?
Okay, Jim. I got a 3-0, 30-27, Sergey Kovalev.
Wow.
He's taking this fight right
Wow, this dude is full of it, dude. What?
to Andre Ward. Andre Ward's backing up. I mean, I haven't seen Andre Ward come forward once in 3 rounds. You watch this. He's just.
He a type of announcer that want to see niggas stand toe to toe and bang him and sock it out, man. Like what? What? Come on, man.
Well, I can't say he's running away, but, you know, he's not exactly coming forward. That's for darn sure. On the other hand, Sergey Kovalev landed really cleaner, harder shots. Andre Ward, to me, looks like he's a little bit glassy-eyed. Not totally, but a little bit. 3-0, Sergey Kovalev.
And here we go again. Harold Letterman scored the first fight, 116-111 for Kovalev. That has tremendous influence over the perceptions of all you people. 111 for Kovalev. That has tremendous influence over the perceptions of all you people in the pay-per-view audience, or at least we guess that it's over the perceptions of all you people in the pay-per-view audience, or at least we guess that it does. And, of course, the official judges were on a slightly different page, ultimately, than Harold.
And don't be surprised if Andre catches Kovalev coming in with a big left hook and cause some damage, because he's throwing a mean left hook every time Kovalev comes in too viciously.
In a fight that is competitively contested, Harold and other judges will reward the aggressor, the guy coming forward, because it encourages fighters to make fights. That said, there have been plenty of fighters who've won fights going backward. And Andre did that at times in their first fight.
Well, Andre has superior counterpunching skill, and he's counterpunching Kovalev again tonight. But the CompuBox numbers make a difference, at least in perception. And Kovalev has thrown 152 punches so far, to only 87 for Ward. When you're throwing a lot, you're likely to get credit. Here's a counter punch for Ward once again, as Kovalev was trying to deliver.
And Ward throwing good punches to really get under Kovalev's skin. Really big punches to get under Kovalev's skin.
All right, both of y'all, you've been wanting already. Let's keep it clean. Here we go, both of y'all. Yeah, here we go. Time, let's
Robert
go.
Byrd issued the same lecture early in the last fight.
Good shot by Andre.
Early in the last fight.
Good shot by Andre.
And now Kovalev wants to answer it.
And incidentally, in terms of what way they're moving and who has the power edge, it's not as stark in this fight as in some others, but this is the good big man versus the good little man. Not much littler, but a little smaller. Andre Ward's really a natural super middle. Kovalev has made his bones at light heavy, and you can see Kovalev is the bigger, stronger guy.
Yeah, but Andre's got much more comfortable already, and Andre is doing things to him that are really hurting and throwing shots, really trying to knock Kovalev out right now. I mean, he's looking like the knockout puncher tonight, not the crusher Kovalev.
Well, it may be the good or great big man versus the certainly great little man.
Without a doubt it is, because Andre is definitely the stronger puncher right now.
Total punches landed this round. For the first time, CompuBox shows an edge for Ward. Coming down in the closing second.
Watching boxing, I see how the judges score fights. Like, you want to. Like I watched Haney versus Loma, and I scored an 8. I 7-5 being generous, but 8-4 for sure. Really 8-4 being generous. Not gonna lie, cause I scored that fight 9-3, and like you can't have moments like even in dead moments you gotta jab, just jab. Even if it ain't landing, just jab, work, set something up. That's how you win these fights in the pros. I gotta start watching more amateur fights. Amateur probably, but you gotta just win, bro. And these look like you winning, bro. Effort, heart.
Seconds of the round, Ward's counterpunches may have gotten the better of Kovalev here in the fourth.
Ward has really unloaded some good shots. The question is, what effect will they have on Kovalev as this fight progresses?
Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch, man. Top 5 running backs of all time. I'm finna give y'all my top 5. Shout out my boy Marshawn. My top 5, Todd Gurley, Le'Veon Bell, I like Nick Chubb. I like Sony Michel. I was a Patriots fan. One more running back. I like Chris Johnson too. That's 5. I got one more. Brian Robinson, nigga. T-Town. Trent Richardson.
Some discussion as to whether Lynch might find himself back in the NFL and on the roster of the Las Vegas Raiders.
You see how the punches are starting to land more and more? Breathe deep for me. He will. You will. He's going to get tired. We'll get it toward the end. Because he's holding you. Right now, you beating him on the outside, and that's what's got him frustrated. We'll get it. You getting some nice body shots in right now. He's getting weak. Look at Jackson.
You're stepping it over. The jab is good. He's going to the body, baby.
Here's when you know Andre is in control. You see that left hand up front? Watch this. Bing, quick jab, and slips the right hand so quickly that he's far out in front of Kovalev right now. That's what you don't want to see. When you see that, your fighter has a problem on his hands.
Perfect timing on that jab by Ward. He's shown some very good timing in the first 4 rounds. Harold Letterman gave the 4th round to Ward. He landed more punches in that round for the first time in the fight. Now we go to the 5th. And this is the round in which Kovalev said he began to lose his energy in fight number 1. So he got a new strength and conditioning trainer. The strength and conditioning trainer comes from the sport of biathlon. And a lot of what they were working on was designed to try to give Kovalev the chance to recover during the fight. The kind of Evander Holyfield type resurgence that we saw so many times in Holyfield's career. Kovalev wants to get a little taste of that so they can be better in the second half of the fight against Ward, and that's what his conditioning was focused on.
And Ward, Kovalev's punches don't seem to have a lot of steam on them right now, Jim, but Ward's do, and that's not a good thing for Kovalev.
And Ward, while he's landed good body shots, it's a little early in the fight for those body shots to be taking their toll already.
Well, it's just that for Kovalev, it's new to him to have to go to the body and do things different. This is normal for Andre.
Kovalev held on an extra little bit after 20 weeks.
Another sign of frustration, Max.
Well, Kovalev was holding on the side away from Weeks. Ultimately, Weeks saw it, but Kovalev got a couple of seconds of rest, holding on to Ward's head.
And was pushing down on Ward, forcing Ward to expend energy. Good body shot from Kovalev under the heart. Good body shot from Kovalev under the heart.
Kovalev is looking really tired now, man.
Yes, he is, although he's landing some big
hook. Kovalev is looking really tired now, man.
Yes, he is, although he's landing some big
hook.
Yes, he is, although he's landing some big
Up, down, up, down.
Good hook by Ward. I think he's pretty much shot for this round, Max. Those body shots have pretty much got him in a little bit of in trouble because he's very winded.
But he's boosting his energy now, landing a couple jabs there. Trying to get back into it.
I would describe it like this. Kovalev is fighting well for a guy who seems gassed this early in the fight. He's breathing with his mouth open. His punches lack the steam they used to, and Ward has been teeing off. Yet Kovalev is in the round because he continues to throw some good shots.
You gotta like Andre's spot right now. You gotta like Andre's spot right now because he's used to going these late rounds like this. You gotta like Andre's spot right now because he's used to going these late rounds like this.
Good body.
Has not had a lot of experience going these late rounds, so.
Oh, rips some nice body shots by Ward.
A lot of experience going these late rounds, so.
Oh, rips some nice body shots by Ward.
Kovalev, no doubt, put on a list coming into the fight. Throw more body shots. And he does appear to have tried to throw more body shots, but it's still Ward who is more effective to fight. John Calipari at ringside.
Top 5 Kentucky players of all time. Anthony Davis.
So far, one thing of which we're sure is that this fight is not going to be one and done.
No, thank you.
Yes, sir.
It's different. It's not warm? It's not cold? It's a different one.
See the mouse under Kovalev's right eye. That kind of a mark on your face is a sign to judges that you got hit.
You shoot too much with the right hand, you're shooting over. Aim lower with the right hand for me, okay?
We got that second gear coming? Okay. Now, off the rope sometimes, give him that little soft call. Now, once you show that to him and land, he's going to be in a bounce at least.
After the break here, throwing a good right hand to the body, followed by a beautiful left hook to the head. Something that I told you Kovalev doesn't use much. And then Kovalev with a nice jab. But I'd much rather land a left hook than a straight jab.
But you see what Kovalev's able to do. Ward outclassed him there, and yet Kovalev, just by moving his hands with that heavy jab, almost evened up the exchange.
Almost.
I got it.
Kovalev has thrown almost twice as many punches so far as has Andre Ward, but he's landing only at a 24% rate. While Ward, more efficient, more selective, is landing at a 37% rate, according to CompuBox. Harold Letterman, as you see, still scoring.
The way I'm judging it, who's landing the more efficient shots? And who's also working when it's like dead periods? And who's jabbing more? Not just who landed what, who having little small moments.
Primarily for Kovalev.
I disagree with Harold on the 5th round.
Good job.
Kovalev been getting very frustrated now, you can see, because of the way he's looking, the way he's moving his body's not showing a lot of confidence right now.
Well, I think Ward is harder to find for him than he thought he would be. Kovalev momentarily in a southpaw stance. Well, I think Ward is harder to find for him than he thought he would be. Kovalev momentarily in a southpaw stance. And it just to touch Ward with the jab.
And Ward has punished Kovalev more than Ward punished him in the early part of the first fight. And Ward has punished Kovalev more than Ward punished him in the early part of the first fight.
Yes, he did. That was the change that he knew he needed to make. So right now he's winning the fight to me on making the changes already.
It's very interesting, and again, a mark of how difficult these rounds are to score, how difficult the fight itself turns out to be to score. Virgil Hunter told Andre Ward in the corner between rounds that he's won every round so far. Harold Letterman, our unofficial ringside scorer, has scored 4 out of 5 rounds for Ward. For Kovalev. So there's a debate for you already.
Well, Kovalev just then showed why he's tough to beat. Ward, again, did really good work, but just by being busy and accurate, Kovalev was able to hit Ward a bunch of times as it looked like Ward was taking the fight to him.
But like I say, the thing that bothers me is Kovalev's breathing.
Yeah, look, Andre Ward is, anyone who knows him in life can tell you, is a stubborn guy, and he fights stubborn. And Kovalev is going to have to be just as stubborn to beat him.
Great feint by Ward to set up the left-hand shot there.
Yes, it was, Jim. That was a nice move. Very good feint to set up the left hand.
Tries it again. Gets a partial contact. Stop. Once again, Ward creating little shots inside. Those left hooks in very tight quarters. Kovalev, longer armed, just not as good at creating punches in tight quarters as is Andre Ward.
But he's falling into the Andre Ward trap. He's fighting too close to land the right hand. And when he's out too far to land it from outside. Then when he gets close, he's too close to land it. So he can't hit Ward with power, but Ward can hit him with power. That's what Ward does to all of these guys. He neutralizes guys. That's what makes Ward such a great fighter and so effective.
The CompuBox has Kovalev doubling Ward so far in total landed punches in this round.
Well, he's busy. He's just busier than Andre. So even as we're telling you the story of the fight as we see, Kovalev is still scoring points and maybe winning rounds.
Black Queen right here. We love to see it. We love to see it, Black Queen.
January 27, our 2018 kicks off with a boxing boxer Pisaquet's edition of Superfly.
First thing you right hand and counter with a beautiful straight right to the chin of Ward. Then you see Ward come back. Step off of Kovalev's left hook and counter with a beautiful straight jab. It's on, but Kovalev's jab also landed. Kovalev's left hook and counter with a beautiful straight jab. It's on, but Kovalev's jab also landed. Andre's jab was more like a hook jab.
And if Kovalev is ahead in this fight, that's why. Because Kovalev is always throwing and therefore usually landing.
Once again, Harold Letterman has no doubt. We're halfway through the fight. Let's take a look at his scorecard. Harold?
Okay, Jim, I got a 59-55, 5 rounds to 1, Sergey Kovalev. Jim, I think he's landing the hardest shots, and that's why he's winning the fight. Andre Ward, as I said before, he backs up an awful lot. And Sergey Kovalev coming forward just has more power with his shots, is landing the hardest shots. And basically, that's the story of the fight. I just think that Andre Ward's got to get in and punch a little more and come forward and don't back up. Anyway, 5-1, Sergey Kovalev.
Harold Letterman is unofficial. He scores for us and for you. But he isn't just HBO's unofficial ringside scorer. He's America's unofficial ringside scorer. And he's the only judge who gets to elucidate every single time he gives a score why he's scoring it that way. 3 anonymous judges at ringside don't get why he's scoring it that way. 3 anonymous judges at ringside don't get that particular opportunity or platform. And that has part of the dynamic to do with the scoring controversies which emerge in pay-per-view fights like this.
And this is what I mentioned earlier. Harold's giving Kovalev credit for landing the harder shots. Kovalev is a harder puncher, and he comes in with that reputation, and he's landing more shots. But Andre, I actually think, is landing the harder shots.
I agree with you, Max, 100%. And once again, that's what makes a fight like this so hard to judge.
Another interesting body move by Ward, who slipped Kovalev's punch by switching his feet.
And by the way, it's not just how hard you punch, it's how well the other guy takes your shot.
That right hook, or that left hook, I should say, by Ward was blocked by Kovalev's right glove. Kovalev landing jabs again.
Kovalev, even when he doesn't appear to be throwing very hard, the effect on Andre seems to be as though it was a hard shot.
If, in fact, Kovalev is leading in the fight, that's because he's landing his jab, like right there. If he's not leading in the fight, it's because Ward is landing power shots inside. There's another low blow.
I don't know if that was low, Jim.
Ward doesn't think so.
I don't think that was low.
Landing power shots inside.
Oh, that bill was a little low.
There's another low blow.
I don't know if that was low, Jim.
Ward doesn't think so.
I don't think that was low.
And Weeks is saying, come on, Sergey, come back and fight. A left hook tap. Crowd responded as though it was a big shot, but it wasn't, but it landed. Another landed jab for Kovalev.
Good job.
Yeah, Kovalev is dead tired, Jim.
But he remains the aggressor.
Yeah, but he's dead tired. If he runs to a big shot here, something bad could happen.
But it's not a round in which Ward got inside of his jab all that much. So another one that might have been difficult to score. Harold gave it to Andre Ward.
Deep breath. He's leaning out to your left. Throw that left hook. He's open with the left hook, so he's going to be your right hand. Feint and throw that left hook for him. Right. Where's the mouthpiece? I got the mouthpiece.
You barely touched it and you're looking for a way out to get some rest. See? Right now is the time you can slip in and just let your hands go right away when you slip in, but make sure you're right in the mid-range, okay? You just start placing. Pop, pop, wop. You get that 2 rounds for me, you'll be ready to go, okay?
He see the body shot. It was a little bit low, but I didn't think it caused for, like, it wasn't hard as you see. It was just a tap shot. It was a little bit low, but I don't think it called for the reaction that we got by Kovalev.
Ward didn't put a lot of mustard on that shot.
No, he didn't.
What I mean when I say we're telling the story of the fight, guys, is sometimes it feels like the fight is going a certain way. Ward is coming on. Kovalev is looking for a breather, those sorts of things. Oh, this is coming on. Kovalev is looking for a breather, those sorts of things. Oh, this is some good action here. But actually, at the end of the round, it could be Kovalev who won it just by landing more shots.
Well, one pattern which is emerging already. Kovalev has thrown 116 more punches to this point in the fight than he threw in the last fight. So he's fighting at a much faster and more sustained pace. As a result of that, he's exposed.
He's throwing more punches. That's probably why.
Himself much more frequently to Ward's counter shots. So Ward is landing higher quality punches to this point in the fight than he did to this point in the last fight. But the sheer weight of Kovalev's activity and the far greater number of punches that he's throwing may ultimately be the most influential thing for judges. And an uppercut lands underneath for Kovalev, and now he thinks he's got a little advantage as Ward comes back.
That's what I mean about the story of the fight being different than the action at times. Kovalev looks as though he's looking for a breather, looking for the ref to give him some help, turns his back to Ward. But when the action resumes, it's Kovalev who landed the shots.
And when turning his back to Ward, it gave Ward confidence. Ward believes he doesn't want to fight anymore, so now Ward is coming at him, pushing the issue.
Good right hand inside by Kovalev.
Oh, that's a good body. That was a good body shot.
Kovalev,
that might be a little low. That might be a little low. I'm not sure.
Kovalev,
hand inside by Kovalev.
Oh, not a good body.
Let's see that's so wrong,
Good right hand inside by
him, pushing the issue.
Good right hand inside by Kovalev.
Oh, not a good body. That was a good body shot.
Yeah.
Good right hand inside by Kovalev.
Oh, not a good body. That was a good body shot.
Kovalev,
that might be a little low. That might be a little low. I'm not sure.
Weeks said keep it up. But there was no pause in the action, no recovery time for Kovalev. So it turns out to be a solid body shot for Ward.
Be interested to see that on replay. It looked to me like a borderline shot on the belt, and it looked to me like Kovalev was looking for a breather there.
And you kind of quit overreacting to those because that shows a sign of weakness to Ward. That's why Ward's coming at him now. Oh, there you go.
Right hand by Ward.
That hurt him bad.
Up to the fight. Wobbles Kovalev.
Bad. I told you he was weak, Jim. You see his legs, he's done this fight.
Kovalev holding on right now. Ward has a chance to the fight. Wobbles Kovalev.
Oh, to those because that shows a sign of weakness to Ward. That's why Ward's coming at him now.
As soon as he throw his head off the line, boom. Start throwing my right hand like that.
Oh, there you go.
Right hand by Ward.
That hurt him.
He throw the right hand and angle out. Like he just ain't. It's him and Floyd thought they'd be the same way.
That's why Ward's coming at him now.
And he angled
Oh,
out.
there you go.
Right hand by Ward.
That hurt him bad.
Up to the fight. Wobbles Kovalev.
Bad. I told you he was weak, Jim. You see his legs, he's done this fight.
Kovalev holding on right now. Ward has a chance to knock him out with a minute still to go in the 8th round.
Hurt body shot. He's hurt from the body shot. Bad. Body shots are killing him, Jim.
Ward with body shots and a left hook.
Yeah, he's
Kovalev in great trouble. 50 seconds to go in the round. Sergey just trying to get away.
Ward not known as a finisher, but Kovalev looks finished.
Crowd rocking and rolling. Ward. Crowd rocking and rolling. Ward, like the smart finisher that he is, trying to go to the body.
can't take one
Tony
more.
Weeks is going to stop the fight. Stopping the fight in the 8th round as a sustained body
man.
attack from Andre Ward
Let's go.
continued. Kovalev never went to the
That's
canvas.
OG, man.
Kovalev looked like he was looking for a breather. He was hit belt line, not low. Ward noticed he didn't want it in the body, and like the great champion he is, improbably stops Kovalev with a savage body attack for the knockout with the light heavyweight championship and maybe the #1 pound-for-pound ranking in the world on the line.
That was absolutely brilliant. Now, you fighters are told all the time when you're about to finish, remember to go to the body. Ward went exclusively to the body.
He exclusively, Jim, did the right thing. He saw the weakness. He saw that Kovalev kept complaining about the body shots. So he continuously stayed in the body because he knew that was the reason that he was complaining about the low blows.
And that may be the most spectacular win of Andre Ward's career. The first thing we're going to show you is the belt line blow for which Kovalev tried to get a rest.
Yeah, that was not a low blow. That was on the belt line, and the belt, as you see, is above the navel, so that's not a low blow. And when he went down to show that hurt him, he acted like it was a low blow. Most fighters know that if a guy acts like that's a low blow, that shot right there on the chin hurt though. That buckled his knee.
That was the biggest punch of the fight, the hard right hand. And now Kovalev was in trouble and trying to survive. And as he looked for space in the ring and looked for a chance to get away after that right hand, which you had already seen once, here's what Ward did. Body. Missing over the top to the head. And now watch these body shots that ultimately sealed the deal. And look at the effort that Ward puts into every body shot. Boom. Boom. And Tony Weeks says, I've seen enough. I'm not sure that Kovalev would be safe to continue in the fight. Bill Roy, they tell you to finish to the body, and he listens.
Yeah, he does listen. And some of those shots look like they may have been borderline on the belt, but still his belt is high. It's above the navel, therefore they're not low blows.
What a satisfying win for Andre Ward and the entire Ward family. And now let's go to Mike the Buffer for the particulars on the TKO.
Praise God, man. Great fight by Andre Ward, man. Yes, but T, man, if y'all, hey, make sure y'all like, comment, make sure y'all subscribe, bro. And if y'all got another fight y'all want me to react to, drop it in the comments, boy. It's boy KT in the boat.